Alright, yo, what's up? Welcome back. So, something different? Well, not really different because we're playing PTCGL again, but something interesting. So if you saw the last video, you might have seen that I pulled a Gold Foil Walking Wake EX, and I mentioned how I wanted to try Walking Wake EX because it's a card I never seen get any play because it's bad. It's pretty bad, and we'll get into that. But I was like, you know what? I want to try and play it. And on top of that, I don't want to do what I usually do, which is take a deck offline and like play that. I want to try and build my own deck. So I cooked up this Walking Wake EX deck. I don't know how good it's gonna be. I've only played one game and it ended in a turn one concession as soon as I used Bidoof. So we're gonna be seeing the first game coming up. But so Walking Wake EX, Ancient EX Pokemon, 220 HP, Water type with the Azure Seas ability. Damage from attacks used by this Pokemon is not affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So I think that means we can hit through stuff like Mimikyu's Safeguard and stuff like that. But then the attack Catharsis Roar. If your opponent's active Pokemon is affected by a special condition, this attack does 120 more damage, so it does 240. Kind of playing similar to Conkeldurr here. I'm just using the Brute Bonnet Town Store Ancient Booster Capsule. Oops, nope, don't do that. To poison both actives and then just hit. Obviously, there's poison special condition. With Toxic Powder, once during your turn, this Pokemon has an Ancient Booster Energy Capsule attached. You may make both active Pokemon poisoned. So it should be pretty easy to hit for 240. Except unlike Conkeldurr, who has that, the buff is that, actually, Walking Wake is literally just a worse Conkeldurr. In almost every way. Right? Conkeldurr, 0 energy when poisoned, hits for 250. Walking Wake, 3 energy, only hits for 240. But we try, we're trying, we persevere. So, poison, excuse me, with Brute Bonnet hit for that very small 240. 1 water and 2 colorless. At first, I was thinking maybe go for double turbo. I'm still not entirely against it. In fact, I might. I don't know. I just hitting for 220 just doesn't really feel that good. But to be honest, this deck isn't really that good anyway. So to be honest, I'll probably add the double turbo. I think I should do 4. And then I'll just cut Pidgeotto or Pidgeot. And I'll cut. No. I'm not the best at deck building, as you can probably tell. What should I cut? I'll cut a Town Store. So yeah, the setup poison for the Walking Wake. All of my decks have Bloodmoon Ursaluna. I love this card. It's free attacker late game. Same with Bidoof, except the opposite. Free attacker early game. I have a Radiant Greninja in here to try and get actually, you know what? You're watching live changes here, folks. I want more energy. Actually, do I? No, I don't think I do. I don't. No, I don't. I don't want more energy. To throw in the discard. But Radiant Greninja for the concealed cards is going to get our water energy in the discard, which we can then combo with Sada's Vitality. Attach, choose up to 2 of your ancient Pokemon and attach a basic energy from your discard, and then you draw 3 cards. And then I don't even really know if I want Pidgeot. In fact, I think I don't. I feel like Radiant Greninja is probably a good enough draw engine. And that would actually save me, because the only reason I'm playing those rare candies was for the Pidgeot. But the issue is, I talked about this in another video, I don't know what I'd add, right? What could I add to this deck that I feel like would be like super useful or game changing? So you know what, we're gonna build this thing live, actually. This deck doesn't have an ace spec. Oh no, it does. Secret Box. I'm not even 100% sold on Secret Box. Maybe Prime Catcher? I don't know. Yeah, for an maybe Colress to help find the double turbos. Or maybe even, I was gonna say counter gains. So we could attack easier. Maybe reversal energy? No, it doesn't work on non-rule box Pokemon, so never mind. What would be a really good addition to this deck? Because I feel... I was thinking Binding Mochi, but with the double turbo, that's only 20 extra damage, right? And that's not like hitting any thresholds, so I feel like that's just a waste. So I don't think Binding Mochi. And I feel like we're probably going to be using these mainly for the... Oh my god, for the Brute Bonnet. So my idea is get a tool for the Walking Wake. But I don't know what tool that would be. I'm thinking Counter Gain. If you have more prize cards, but that wouldn't always work. Defiance Vest, no. More prize cards, more prize cards. I'm more fine with like a Defiant. I don't want to have to, you know... Oh, I can only attack as a counter game, then I take a prize card and I'm stuck doing nothing, right? I'm more fine with like, you know, well, I can do a bit more extra damage this turn. So let me see. That's 30 extra damage. We're hitting 220, so that'd be 250. 260 plus poison. You know what? I don't know why I'm trying to build for like non-rotation. It's not like I'm trying to play this thing somewhat competitively. So we're hitting for 240 plus Sneasler, that's 260. So I feel like it's probably just going to be Defiance Band. Dude, I hate how this works. It should just auto-add it. I don't know, maybe 3 Defiance Band? We do have the Town Store. And then just always... no, 2. I think 2 is fine. Snowy Mountain? Should we just go with... No, because that's only 20. But I guess that... Actually, you know what? This is only 10. So yeah, that is useless. We might as well just go with the Mochi. Plus 20, plus the 2. So that's 2... So 240 minus 2, that's 220. Plus 2 from Sneasler Poison. Plus 3 from Sneasler Poison. So that's 220, that's 250. Plus 20, that's 270. And then maybe just like try and get them to put some damage counters on themselves with Snowy Mountain. I don't know. We're working this out as we go. This is... Oh, you know what? I have Radiant Greninja. I didn't even think about that. I don't want to cut him because then we'd have to add a bunch of extra cards for draw support. You know what? I feel like I like the idea of Sneasler more. So, honestly, let's just cut that entirely, and then probably just add like a Bidoof Bibarel line. And then we just need to cut a single card. I'm sure I can find something to cut. Switch is there because we don't want to get a Brute Bonnet trapped. So probably not a Switch because we do have kind of a lot of high... Maybe an Ultra Ball? I wasn't... No. Probably one of these. I don't think we need 3. Alright, we're working things out as we go along. Let's hop into our first game. That was quick. Master Ball Mew, probably not going to win this game. Espeon coin does not mean an Espeon deck. Hopefully it does, though, because Espeon's kind of dookie, if I remember correctly. Actually, no. Sylveon's devolution, right? And then, actually, is Espeon the one where you just, like, they just get to discard your cards? I don't think we want to go first, because we have Bidoof. I don't think we can attack turn 1, though, either, so... Ooh, and we get to start with the gold foil. I was thinking maybe this deck would benefit from Precious Trolley instead of Secret Box, actually, now that I think about it. I don't know, I just don't want this to be, like, literally my Conkeldurr deck, but with a different Pokemon. So I threw in Secret Box, but honestly, Trolley's probably better just because of how many Pokemon we need for setup. Bidoof, and, well, not even that many, just Bidoof and... This is an Espeon deck, just Bidoof and Brute Bonnet. So we might change that out. Attach to the Flittle. I'm just going to attach to Walking Wake. Bench a Bidoof. I'm going to Earthen Vessel away a water. 2 waters. Get rid of both of those and grab Brute Bonnet. And then next turn we can attach and punch for 100. Which is not a lot. They're going to get Abra out of the active spot. I don't know why decks play Abra. Maybe I'm just dumb. Like, I assume it's because of, like, you know, the ability, right? If you start with it, it's like a free switch. But, like, why wouldn't you just play Bidoof then, right? Because you can punch with Bidoof. Oh, it's Sylveon. What's Sylveon's shtick? No, Sylveon's the shuffle back into your deck. Sylveon's the one that sucks. Pokemon is in the active. A single more energy. That's actually pretty bad for us. You know what? I actually kind of regret getting Brute Bonnet. I should have gotten Bibarel this turn. I don't know why. I'm too used to Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr is like my main deck outside of when I record. So I was just like thinking like, you know, well, I could do that, but then I would have to get a rare candy. I wouldn't need a rare candy. So that was definitely a mistake on my end. I can't even attack. Honestly, this is just a dead match. That's entirely on me. I biffed that one. But actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I kind of want to add Fez. So this is good. We're learning. We're learning. It's a new deck. We're learning. I do want to add Fez. Let me think. So if I add Fez, so ideally it's maybe 2 of these, 1 of you. That's 1, 2. And you know what? I don't think I care about the Sneasler anymore. So I do think I want Greninja instead of Sneasler. That's 1. So I have 6 spots open. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would mean we could only get 1 Walking Wake down. Do I give a shit about Bidoof? I don't think I do. I don't think I Bidoof. This is hard. Deck building's hard, dude. Well, ideally, we're going first, right? We're going first. So I think I'm going to get rid of Bidoof. I also think I'm going to get rid of you and go Trolley, just because Trolley is objectively the best choice for this deck. But I also kind of want Bidoof back now in case we go second. So I'm going to give Bidoof back. And I'm going to cut. I don't know what I'm going to cut. I don't know what I'm going to cut. Maybe a Mochi? Because... honestly, I think I should just cut Mochi altogether. Like I said, it's only 20 extra damage, not going to be hitting any big numbers. And then with that down, how do I add? I don't know what I want to add. So, you know what, we can get a Nest Ball now that we have Trolley. So I actually kind of want Mochi back. Let's try this. The issue is that we're just not hitting, like, anything big, right? Like, that's the issue in my brain, is, like, we're only doing 220 damage, okay? So, like, we're not hitting really anything. We're not taking any big KOs on 2-prizers. The only way we can is if we throw a bunch of extra stuff into this deck, right? Like, you know, the Mochi, and there's Sneasler, and it's just like, you know... Honestly, I keep going back and forth on if I want to try and go for, like, building poison with Sneasler to get at least KOs on stuff like Chien-Pao and Goldengo. Because those are, like, only, what, 270 maybe? Okay, pretty good start. A lot of Pokemon that we like to see. Nest Ball for a Bidoof. Another evolution deck. This is the Respondent one, right? Or Resonant. So that's a free evolution. It's got to be... During your turn, you play Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your other Eevee. You may search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it onto this Pokemon to evolve it. So I thought it had to be a copy. So like if you did a Flareon EX, you would have to evolve this one into a Flareon EX. But it looks like you just get a free secondary evolution no matter what. That's as long as it's in the active? No, it's just whenever. Okay, that's a really good card. They got a lot of Mew stuff. They seem to like Mew. Cool. Ultra Ball. Let's get Bidoof down. Let's get Bidoof down. Let's go ahead and attach Mochi. I don't know. Arven for Trolley? Now we need to... Maybe Arven for Earthen Vessel. We'll get Earthen Vessel and a booster capsule. Then I have to get rid of something. Okay, here's the idea. Okay, we can attach... Oh, we could go for concealed cards. I'm feeling greedy. And it pays off. We are never punished, baby. Because I was going to say, we can just always Town Store. Like, I feel like it's easy to get another booster capsule. So let's get that booster capsule. Oh, you know what? No. Because now I can't get turn 2 Bidoof. Yeah, I should have just gotten Trolley and thrown... I don't know why I was banking so hard on using the Ultra Ball. Well, because then I would have had no energy. I don't know. I don't know. We can get... Assuming we don't get any hand disruption, we can get Bibarel down, turn after next. They are going to use Town Store for a Sparkling Crystal. That's probably a Sylveon or an Espeon, because they seem to... Yeah, Sylveon. They do need 3, and they got 3, but that means they can only use Magical Charm. Because they do not have the secondary typing for... They play a Fire Energy, so probably a Flareon in there too. They have got a lot of bling on that deck. Yeah, because, like, right here, we would KO this Sylveon if we had Sneasler, and we had, Perilous Jungle, and stuff like that, but we can't because we don't have any of that. We're also not going to be able to attack this turn, and we're going to die. Okay, get rid of both of our boss's orders for a single Bidoof. Awesome. I can't think of any other ways to accelerate energy to the Walking Wake. Like, I don't know. Part of me really doesn't like the double turbos just because we do lose out on that 20 damage. Because, like, ideally we do 240 plus Mochi. That'd be 280 plus Sneasler, right? And that'd be 300, right? Yeah. But it's just like, it's so hard to accelerate 3 energy quickly, right? I feel like it just never really works out that well. We could attach 1 from hand. I'm trying to think, is there any, like, thing that attaches water energy? I don't know. Attach 1 from hand. We could, like, Sada or whatever, and that would be 2. They're just gonna kill the Bidoof. No, the Greninja. So maybe we just... No, because that wouldn't... Maybe this is just a turn 1 deck. And we don't use Double Turbo, because we could get... Yeah, the more I think about it... But then, like, to get the energy in the discard or whatever. Well, it's not that hard. I don't know. I'm like, this is why I wish. This is why I'm not good at building decks. I'm way too indecisive. Cool. We don't have a way of attaching. We didn't get Sada. Just gonna throw a Mochi onto him because why not? Fez, and then, I don't know, maybe a third Walking Wake? No, maybe Bloodmoon Ursaluna. I don't know. I'm just trying to see if what works here. There's a Sada. We can't use it this turn, though. Yeah, no, I attached the Mochi. I'm just gonna pass. You know what? I should have gotten another. Yeah, because Bibarel is gonna go down this turn. Unless they boss, which they probably will. And in that case, something else is gonna go down. No, they're gonna Drayton. All this, and we're not even killing, by the way. We're hitting for what, 220? 240, yeah, 240, I think, actually. I don't know. I keep doing the math in my head, and I keep thinking I'm doing it wrong. Okay, 220. If we use double turbo, so let's pretend we're not using double turbo. This is a turn one, no double turbo. Okay, so 240. That would just be 280, right? So 240 plus 280. Okay. I've been doing this math wrong in my head this entire time. I've kept subtracting 2 from this and this with the double turbo. So this would be 240 plus 20. So that'd be 260. I keep thinking in my head that this is only 240. No, it's 260. So we'd be hitting 280 with Radiant Sneasler, even with double turbo. So this is going to be a Sneasler deck. And I just realized Greninja's not even on my bench. Okay, I've been doing this math wrong in my head this entire time. Plus poison, so that's 290. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm getting it now. This is going to be a Sneasler deck. I'm doing more damage than I thought I was. So this should KO. Let's get another Bidoof down. Flip the script. There is our second charged up Walking Wake, and then we can poison. Hitting 260. Okay. Yeah, I have been screwing myself over this entire time because I've been doing the math wrong in my head. Okay, so this is going... Yeah, so cut Greninja in favor of Sneasler. Okay, and then we're hitting like 300, I think, a turn. If the damage adds up. I think we're hitting 290 specifically. Because it'd just be 20 more than we just hit. Or 30 more. No, yeah, only 30 more. Because we hit for 260 plus the 30 from poison, so we'd be hitting 290. That doesn't really do anything for you now, at least. They can Iono me, to be honest. My hand was way too big. I wasn't gonna use 90% of that. Counter Catcher, so I'm just gonna Counter Catcher kill that Flareon. This is a very weird deck. Flareon, Sylveon. I think they probably wanted to use Sylveon, but Sylveon sucks, so they were like, I'll just throw Sylveon into like a Dragapult deck. We can just Counter Catcher kill that Flareon, because we're doing 270. Counter Catcher. What? How are we hit? Oh, we're hitting for weakness. I was like, how are we hitting for that much without the poison? No, we're hitting for weakness. So we don't even need to poison them. Oh, we should have anyways, just to do like 10,000 damage. Okay, and then they can respond with probably the Bloodmoon Ursaluna. But I'm not scared of that because we can just strike back with our second Walking Wake. I'm feeling a lot better about this deck. Even though this isn't, I mean, it's not a meta deck. I was about to say, we're not going against a meta deck. But, I mean, we're not a meta deck either, so we're going to lose to, you know, Dragapult, Charizard, stuff like that. We only play one copy of the Counter Catcher, so we can't Gust KO. We can kill this Mimikyu, though. I don't think they realize that. Because of Azure Seas, which lets us strike through all effects. And Safeguard is, in fact, an effect. This Dragapult's going to be an issue, though. In fact, this Dragapult's going to kill us if we don't get a... Well, we have Bibarel, so that's not anything to worry about. Just be Night Stretcher for the Bibarel. I was going to say, because they're just going to kill us and then hit for 60. But we do have that Night Stretcher, so that does guarantee Bibarel at least survives. So they are not going to be taking 3 prize cards. In fact, if we get a good top deck... Excuse me, I was going to say if we could get a good top deck, we could just win the game now. Damage from attacks used by this Pokemon isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So, I thought it should hit through Safeguard, right? It says it's... this might just be a bug, because I think it does... It'll say 0, but it'll do the damage anyways, because it, like, of how it, like, stacks effects. Is there anything we want to do beforehand? I don't think there is. So, this should... deal damage. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm not tweaking, am I? Yeah, no, and there's the double turbo. They are gonna get the Dragapult, but that does not mean anything because we are just gonna immediately push up. Actually, does that mean something? How much damage are we doing? I don't think we're doing enough. We're not. No, you know what? No, we've lost, actually. Now that I think about it, I don't know why. I was thinking... Yeah, no, because we're only hitting 270. I don't know why. I thought the Dragapult had damage on it. No, we lost. That's a shame. Well, you know what? No. We would have had to top deck boss. Boss's orders. I mean, I guess we still technically could. We do have Bibarel. We played 2 bosses, I think. How many are in our discard? No, we've used both bosses. When did we use both bosses? I know we used one. Did we use the other one, or did we just discard it at some point? Tell me, right? Because we used one on the Flareon. Oh, I Ultra Balled the other. That's right. Turn 1. In fact, I think I Ultra Balled both of them turn 1. It was definitely a mistake. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here. There's 2. They just need 1. That was a close match. Definitely learned a lot about our deck, but unfortunately we could not squeak out the win at the end there. I don't know, I'll draw just in case there's some kind of, like, there's something in my deck I forgot about, but I don't think there is. Nope. Well, it's a loss, but I'm glad I played that game, because that taught me a lot about the deck that I was misunderstanding. So with that, with everything we've learned, let's actually just go back into decks, okay? So we can cut you for Sneasler, okay? So we're hitting 260 with the Mochi. We're hitting 260. So this is 290, so that should be enough to KO everything sans... sans, get it? Sans, This is literally just my conkeldurr deck. Literally, because I'm about to add Gravity Mountain. This is literally just conkeldurr minus the conkeldurr line, and instead it's a Walking Wake line. It's literally just conkeldurr. It all comes back to conkeldurr, baby. But I think we should add Gravity Mountain to try and KO stuff like Dragapult, because we would have KO'd Dragapult. Well, we wouldn't have because we didn't have Sneasler, but we need to be able to KO stuff like that. So let's throw in 2 Gravity Mountains. Now we gotta find 2 things to cut. I'm thinking we cut Bidoof and we just always try to go first, and if we go second, that just kind of stinks. Could we cut an Arven because we have Irida? I feel like it's just too useful. And you know what? This deck actually, now I keep looking. This deck doesn't have any Ionos. Actually, Iono would be very useful in this deck. So I'm going to throw 2 Ionos in. I'll cut a Night Stretcher for one of the Ionos. Do we even need... No, yeah, I think we cut an Arven. I don't want to cut 2 Arven, though. And... maybe a double turbo. Let's try this. Let's try this list. Because I mean, I was gonna say, okay, well this is their very first match, so, and they're playing a fire deck, so we hit for weakness. I was gonna say, like, we only ever really need 2 double turbos in play, but it's not about how many you have in play. It's about, you know, you want a lot in there so you can find them easier, and so there's less of a risk in prize cards. It's very hard. It's a lot harder than you might think to, like, narrow it down to the very specific subset of cards you specifically need and the very specific quantity of those cards. Alright, mulligan turn 1. Not really giving them any info, though. And Gravity Mountain doesn't affect us. That's a plus of this deck. That conkeldurr Gravity Mountain play still lives rent-free in my nightmares. This is going to be a long-ass match because they've never played before, so... If I had to guess, it's probably that starting Arcanine deck. It's like the weird Arcanine Charizard mishmash or whatever. I've been thinking about doing something with the Arcanine. I want to build a deck around that. The first attack that 30 plus damage, 10 for each damage counter on the Pokemon. I was thinking maybe just like, he's got like 280 health to like throw, I don't know, Hero's Cape on it or something. Get a shitload of damage counters. Cool, we get to start with the Holofoil, throw down the Sneasler. Growlithe. Charmander. I don't know what the draw for that deck is. I think it's Bibarel, so maybe Victini. Actually, no, I think it's going to be a Victini. That's my guess. Am I right? Or maybe 2 Charmanders Growlithe, or 2 Growlithe Charmander. It's going to be a Growlithe and a Charmander, because I'm almost positive it's that deck. It's the Radiant Charizard. They started Radiant Charizard because they don't understand energy and retreat cost. If I lose this game, I'm never uploading a Pokemon video again. And I'm not going to be too mean. You got to start somewhere, but this is going to be a free win, right? They just saw that 250 and they were like, that's a lot of damage. And we could start it. That's crazy. They're not thinking about, you know, well, how are you going to get 5 energy on this thing turn 1? And now it's trapped in the active, so you can't retreat into like your Growlithe or your Bidoof. Pass it over to me. That's very nice of you. I feel like I was gonna say I feel like we priced something, but it's just we don't have Bidoof anymore. Also, I probably shouldn't have done that. In fact, I know I shouldn't have done that. I should have just Arven'd for the trolley, and then used that as like vessel fodder. Bibarel. We've already got one of you. So we've already got one of you, so we'll pop down you 2. Attach you to you. Vessel away a Night Stretcher. Do I want to grab 2 energy or just 1? Because No, two, because I can just... I was going to say, well, no, because if I get double turbo. I think just one. Because I want to increase my chances of getting double turbo next turn. So I'll just attach... Pass. Because if I had... I'd only be drawing 2 cards next turn. Well, I mean, only drawing 1 card next turn. Well, I guess it depends on what I get. Boss's orders. Interesting play. All of my stuff has 1 retreat cost, except for the Brute Bonnet, actually. So that would suck if they boss that up, because I don't have a Switch in hand. No, they go for the Bidoof. Because they're not looking at retreat cost. They're just like, Bidoof is the weakest Pokemon on that bench, so... It's very interesting to, like, watch them play, and, like, you know, you can, like... At least I can, because I was there, like, 3 weeks ago. I can, like, sort of pinpoint exactly why they did that. Right, you bench Charmander, or Charizard, and you're active, because he's, you know, big numbers. This is going to be useless, we don't need that. I say, where's my Bidoof? I'm going to throw it down anyways, just to increase my Incisors draw. We did get Switch, it's pretty good. Just switching to you, but we did not get a way to find double turbo. So I'm just gonna go for Vessel. I don't think we're gonna need him, to be honest. And then we'll just throw a second one on. End turn. Very slow start. We've not gotten any double turbos. I don't want to play Colress. Actually, Colress might be good, because we can search for our stadiums. Do we even need Irida, to be honest? Like... We're only playing her because she helps us find Walking Wake, but I feel like we don't struggle with that. I feel like she'd be more useful in, like, a deck where you play a lot of water Pokemon. We only play 4. I feel like we could probably just cut Irida in favor of Colress. That'd help us find our double turbos and our stadiums. So I'm probably going to cut them. That is... I mean, this deck isn't rotation proof. I was going to say, you know, roll rotation. We're playing Bibarel Sneasler, so it doesn't mean anything. So we're probably just going to cut... I think we only have 1 Irida. No, I think we have 2. We'll probably cut both Iridas for Colress, but then I want to go back to 4 Arven, so I'll find something to cut somewhere. Yeah, just pass. No attachment. Do I not have any... Could just want to have energy in the discard pile. Well, there's literally no reason to do anything. Let's just start killing. Let's just start killing shit. We don't even have to poison. We're hitting everything. They're not getting any evolutions out. Doink. What are you going into? There's no good option. Anything you put up is going to die instantly. Even if you manage to evolve your Bibarel. Because if you evolve either of the fires, I'm hitting for weakness. I honestly probably don't even have to. I think I might have to for Arcanine. I guess maybe if they... Hypothetically, if they have Rare Candy Terra Charizard, but I don't think this deck has Terra Charizard in it. So that means nothing. So they can evolve into... The only thing that they could evolve into that I couldn't insta-kill is, I think, Charizard EX that they would have. The non-Terra one, but then I can just poison. Why am I overthinking this? They're not going to do anything. They're not going to do anything. I don't care what they do. Do something. Come on. Come on. I just said I'm not going to be mean, and I'm being mean. No, it's fine. If you are just starting out in the TCG, I highly recommend you just watch videos on it before you jump in, because there's only so much learning you can really do in the field, because you're just gonna get stomped, right? You're not really gonna learn like why you're losing exactly, like unless you play like a mirror deck, if that makes sense. Because that, like, you know, you're not gonna learn that, like, you know, oh well, you gotta I mean, I guess you could because I'm using Bibarel, but like I recommend watching like a lot of content on YouTube before you actually start playing because it really helps you out, right? It'll help you not have games like this, right? All right, well, they're just inactive, so inactivity win. GG. Let's change our deck for the last time. Hopefully, third game of the video. I usually stop at 3. We might go one more because some of these games have been very mediocre. It's kind of late. I'm recording this. Yeah, it's 2 a.m. Damn. Irida, you can get your little ass out of here. Let me throw down 2. Oh, wait. Colress is a... I just thought he was a... I was getting him confused with Experiment. Yeah, I thought he was an F-block card. Now he's G. Cool. So actually, you know what? Just replace these with a different draw engine. What the hell was that? With Dunspark. You know what? I'm actually kind of feeling making this deck rotation proof for some reason. I'm gonna do it. Oh, but we'd be losing Sneasler. That feels so bad. The jungle is... Jungle's also... I don't care if we lose Sneasler. Get out of here, pal. Get out of here, buddy. But what would we cut in exchange? Because I want to go back to 4 Arven if I'm cutting Irida. I honestly don't think we need to. No, I don't think we need it at all. It's only 2 extra damage. But we're losing out on Sneasler, so... Damn, we're back down to what? 240. So yeah, we're just back down to hitting 260 or 270. So you know what, we're not gonna rotation proof it, to be honest. Because rotation proofing makes for a yucky deck. So this should be the final form. I feel like this is a very good setup for this deck. I want to match into something meta. Dragapult. Give me Dragapult because I can't one-hit KO Charizard. So give me Dragapult. Chien-Pao. Interesting. They're too low of a level, I feel, for this to be a unique water deck. And they also have all the basic stuff. We want to go first. So that's good. It's a good coin flip. I feel like this is Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao should be a good matchup. We can KO Baxcalibur pretty easily. They can KO us pretty easily, but that's fine. Why did Walking Wake only get 200? How much does Chien-Pao have? I feel like he's got 270, but that can't be right. That's way too high. That's way too high. It's much too high. I guess we'll find out. I think he's also 220, now that I think about it. They're not starting him, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. Attachment for turn. Why did I do that? I don't know why I did that, but I did that, so... Oh, you know, I know why, because I want to get this in the discard pile. That's why I did that. End turn. So we can Sada attach, and then attach, and we can already start hitting next turn. Not going to be able to hit with poison damage, so we're only doing 120, but that hopefully shouldn't matter. They're probably going to get Chien-Pao out, so we're not going to be able to KO that, at least this turn. That is either going to be Bax Rare Candy or Chien-Pao something. That's Bax Rare Candy. They don't have Chien-Pao out, though, so, I mean, they could have it in their hand. They've not benched it yet, but it's just... There it is. Or that's maybe Bibarel. There's nothing they can really attack with that's scary right now. There it is. He's also 220. I could have sworn he was more than that. There's Binding Mochi. Vitality attached, draw 3, and we got Brute Bonnet. Chill, kill the Frigibax. This does suck because we've not drawn into anything that would get us, there it is, a backup attacker yet. How much water do we have in the discard? We don't have any. Lost Vacuum away the Mochi. It wasn't really doing anything for us now, at least. That does suck to lose, but... Ooh, or you know what, the Booster Capsule. That would really suck. But I don't know if they... Well, it wouldn't suck... No, it would suck, because we'd have no way of poisoning them. I was gonna say, it wouldn't suck as hard as it would with Conkeldurr, but it would, because that means we can't one-hit KO them. So we're gonna have to find a way to get another one of those out. They're not gonna be able to kill us this turn, which is the 1+, and they're also now dead drawing. So this is really good for us. Assuming we can get our ball rolling, all we gotta do is find a booster capsule. Which we can guarantee with Colress, actually. We can Colress for a Town Store guarantee booster capsule, so I'm not worried anymore. Just realized that. Forgot to throw that in the deck. Can't attach both, so I don't know what they're thinking. Actually, you know what they can? They got backs. They got Excalibur. So I was gonna ideally I was gonna say we boss KO the backs, but we can't do that. We're gonna get another inactivity win. Moan. Oh, no, they're just gonna pass. I don't know why, but whatever. Colress, Town Store, Double Turbo. Do a Nest Ball for a Bidoof? Or another Walking Wake? I'm gonna go with another Walking Wake, to be honest. And then I'll attach Double Turbo to that. Town Store, just because I feel like we kind of have game with the board state we have right now, and I don't think there's anything they can really do that would change that. Toxic Powder. Hitting 280. 290 plus poison damage. Nest Ball Double Turbo, so there's a Bidoof. Excalibur is about to die, and that's going to suck for them because that means they're literally going to have... Honestly, I would have pushed like the Manaphy. That's just me. They can Shivery Chill, and that would get them 4, but that wouldn't really... That'd give them a retreat. You do not have Rescue Board in this deck. Even then, that wouldn't help you that much, but there's nothing you can Town Store that's going to do anything for you. I don't even think they play tools, to be honest. I don't think Chien-Pao plays tools. What is it about 2 a.m. in the morning that's giving me all, like, the newbies? I mean, I'm fine with it. I mean, if I gotta start playing 2 a.m. to reach Arceus League, I'll start doing it, but... Concession. I don't think we've played a full... We'll do 4 this video. This is a special video. We're deck building, we're trying out new stuff. We'll go for 4 because I don't think we've had a single full match. Hey, we got 2 booster packs. Jolteon. I love mill decks. I want to play a mill deck at some point. I think I've got a Wug Trio 1 built. I don't have all the cards purchased for it. But I do have a Wug Trio 1 built that I really, really want to play. I love mill decks so much, dude. They suck. They suck, at least in this meta. They're horrible, but I really love mill decks. We might go Great Tusk, though. That's like the 2 big ones are Great Tusk and Wug Trio. Wug Trio, you can mill more, but it's very inconsistent because it's very coin flippy. Then Great Tusk is very consistent, but you only get 4. Hopefully we go first. Dude, my throat hurts like shit. I've been talking a lot. Recording 2 videos back to back. We already go first. I have like water with me or something. I don't have anything though. Actually, I do. I'll be back in a second. Oof. We'll be mulliganed. I don't have water, but I do have cold, refreshing mug root beer. Are there any mug maniacs in the comments? Leave a comment down below saying hashtag mug maniac if you are a true mug maniac. What are they doing, man? This is Mew League or whatever. I would have thought better. Why is everyone so damn slow? My turns, they go by fast. They go by fast. I can't snap, but imagine like I'm doing that, like snap, snap, snap. My turns go by quick. Everyone else is like, I've got one starting Pokemon in my hand, and it's my first turn. Who should I start in my active? Who do you think you should start in your active? Well, this sucks. This is indeed a pretty shit opening hand. And they got a mulligan. Ideal top deck would be the game bugs, and it lets me draw like 5 cards for a top deck, and we get an energy. Actually, we get an ancient vessel. We get like a nest ball for a walking wake or a walking wake. We get something like that, and we get trolley. That'd be ideal. Actually, you know what? That's not that many cards. Just trolley, something else. Yeah. Trolley vessel. That'd be a pretty good opening hand, actually. We don't even know what we're going against. Monkey Dory, probably... well, I was about to say probably Blah, but there's a lot of decks that play Monkey Dory. That could be anything, actually. Good news about Monkey Dory, he dies with no assistance, so we don't need Brute Bonnet. Excuse me. Is this the Frostlast Dory? Feraligatr. I don't think I've ever played against Feraligatr. I've heard it's been wreaking havoc. But this is going to be my first match against it. There goes Feraligatr. What's he do again? Once during your turn, you can put 5 damage counters on this Pokemon. If you do, you do 120. Okay, yeah. So the gist behind him is you throw down the 5 damage counters and you use Relicanth. And Croconaw, the middle stage, has an attack where you do 30 and then you can retreat into an active Pokemon, right? So the way it works is you Torrential Heart, you put 5 damage counters, you move them off with Monkey Dory, so in reality you only put 2 damage counters on them. And then you hit and then you cower, and you like switch into something like a Mimikyu or like a wall Pokemon that can't be hit, right? And then you just retreat, do it again, retreat, do it again, retreat, do it again. And you're hitting for like 150 because of Torrential Heart. What could we get that would be very useful to us? Trolley, definitely. I'll just grab Trolley, Booster Capsule, I guess. Get down a Bidoof, 2 Walking Wakes. We have prized Sneasler. So I guess go into another Bidoof then. Slam that down. Can't do nothing. Can't do nothing. We do have that Bibarel in hand, but I don't think it's going to be that useful. We're probably going to have to Arven for a vessel, I guess. I think Fez is going down. Assuming they've got a good hand. Hopefully they also just have crap in theirs. It's really our only... There's the Croconaw, yeah. Switches from your bench Pokemon. Double Croconaw, so we're not getting Feraligatr quite yet. But they definitely have it next turn. The good news is they can't hide behind Mimikyu. That's the most common... We shred through Mimikyu, so that means nothing. The bad news is, unless we top deck double turbo, we can't attack this turn. Okay, so what would be the best move here? Do we Colress for the guaranteed double turbo? Or do we Arven for the guaranteed water energy with Vessel? We also get a Stadium. And Gravity Mountain would be kind of useful here. Or do we just Iono or rip Iono? We could... No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't get enough attachments. I think if we Colress. I'm going to Colress for a double turbo and a Gravity Mountain. I'll throw down Gravity Mountain. I'll attach double turbo. I'll just end my turn. I don't know if I'm playing this right. Yeah, you know what? We should have Vesseled because we could have Vitality this turn. Actually, no, because we would have Arven, so we wouldn't have the double turbo. So, I don't know. Probably would have been smarter to double turbo. Actually, now that I think about it, or I mean, yeah, there's they got Feraligatr out. How much HP does that thing have? It's got 150 now, so that's okay, I guess. I don't think they're KOing. They're only doing... No, actually, they're doing 180, right? Because it's plus Monkey Dory, so 8... Yeah, no, they're KOing Fez. That sucks. Fez is literally the last thing I would have wanted KO'd. Guess we could always Stretcher it, but we're not guaranteed Stretcher. Another monkey. Not attacking this turn. They don't have it. Oh, it's 2 energy. No, they don't have Relicanth. That's why. Okay, so what do we do? What do we do to save this match? Nothing. Fez is dying. Fez is dying. We could switch, but then you would just die. No, they probably just boss. Do we just rip Iono? No, I think we play it safe. Let's go for you. We could bump Gravity Mountain to try and draw a card. Gravity Mountain's useless this matchup, to be honest. Oh, but shit, I shouldn't have given him that, actually, now that I think about it. That was probably a bad play. Okay. If this is a switch, that's huge. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking out of every card in my deck I was gonna top deck the switch. And I gave him Rescue Board so they can get Mimikyu out and attack this turn. That was a really bad play. A really bad play. I should have just kept Gravity Mountain in. Yeah, I was like, Gravity Mountain doesn't matter because we were KOing them even with it. Oh, they're going for Luxurious Cape. So that makes that a 2-prizer now, and we can KO it. That is within KO range, I think. No, we're hitting 270. So we're 10 short because we don't have Sneasler. So it's not within KO range. It is if we Gravity Mountain, which we did top deck. We also have to switch now. Okay, here's the play. Here's the play. Attach you. Switching to you. Throw up Gravity Mountain. I don't think we care about Colress anymore, so I'm gonna ditch you two, actually. Get a second Bibarel. Got double bibs out, baby. We've not supported this turn, so if we get water into a discard, or water into the discard pile. So did we support her this turn? We didn't. We don't even have to, poison ourselves because we hit anyways. Fat hundo on the Mimikyu. Get ourselves a prize card. And it's another Mochi. Probably going to push up Feraligatr and just go for Big Wave. Did they prize their Relicanth? They have to play more than one. I'm surprised they've not gotten it out yet. Can't search for it with anything they've played. They have to be able to get it out at least this turn. They have to get it out this turn. It'd be crazy if they went this long without a Relicanth. It's a Colress. I guess they do play a stadium. I don't know what stadium they play, though. Oh, Artisan. Alright. That does suck. I think that's both of our Gravity Mountains out for the... That is, so we will not be able to KO the Feraligatr in a single turn. And there is the Relicanth, so they are going to be hitting us with that fat 180. Actually, more than 180. 210, I think. So I think they're just short of KOing Walking Wake. But that means if we poison ourselves, we kill ourselves. That's bad. That's actually really bad, but we don't really have any other option. Unless we just ignore this single Feraligatr and go for everything else. Let me think. Okay, so that's 30. Plus 120, right? So that's 150. No, they're only hitting us for 180, right? Yeah, they're only hitting us. Where did I get 210? Are they hitting for 280? Oh, they giant wave. That's why. But they didn't monkey. They didn't monkey. Okay, I'm literally just gonna go get you right back. I had one in hand, but I want the fancy one. Go for the Sada. Attach to you. We can draw. Throw you down. Flip the script, because why not? Mochi. Poison. And break that thing's goddamn spine. And take 2 prize cards. Because of Luxurious Cape. And there's our double turbo. The good news is, if they want to KO us this turn, without by skipping reverse thrust, we can just respond with another KO with our Walking Wake. And we can immediately get another one set up with Sada, and because we got one in hand. We're probably going to counter catch our Fez, though. Or maybe the Brute Bonnet. That would suck. They're probably debating Brute Bonnet or Fez. I actually think Brute Bonnet would have been worse for us, because we don't really have an easy way to... We have a way to get Brute Bonnet, but we don't have a way to get a Capsule back. But they don't know that. Flip turn does nothing. I don't know why they're still banking on that. And I guess we're KOing a more useless card. Do we boss KO the Relicanth? Or do we KO the Feraligatr? We KO the Feraligatr because they don't have one set up this turn. If they had set one up, I think we probably... Oh, shit, we got a backwards Pokemon card. I think we boss... Yeah, no, we don't boss KO anything. Okay. Oh, shit, he didn't even KO at this turn. Oh, yeah, he didn't get the energy he needed. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon can't retreat. I did not read that card. Cool, so... Tool does nothing. Mochi does nothing. We could boss. That does nothing. You know what? Fuck it. Just kill my Fezandipiti. Just kill. You think I care? You think I care? Where's all my switches at? Where are my switches at? They're in there. 2 of them are. Just don't have a way to search for them. I think I already... Probably just gonna say it is next turn. Actually, I think that's a double turbo. So... I'm not gonna say it is next turn. That sucks, though, because that is gonna get them another Totodile back. So we're probably gonna lose, because I think that means they're gonna be ahead of the prize race. How many rare candies have they used? None! That's even worse! Yeah, no. There's the Croconaw, or I mean the Totodile, so they're gonna bench that Totodile. We can KO this. They can probably just rare candy for Feraligatr next turn. They're gonna be taking... They're probably just gonna keep going for Big Bite and try and wear us down with Monkey Dory, and it's gonna work. I would start Torrential Hearting, because then you could get free movement with the Monkey Dory, and you'd also be doing more damage. Doesn't matter, we top deck Switch, so thank you God. That's that double turbo to you. Just kill this thing. And we do have that boss for next turn, maybe. We can, in fact, KO that Relicanth if we deem it necessary. I devoured that mug, goddamn. I don't even like mug root beer, to be honest. Wow, are we gonna get stuck in the active again? I sure fucking hope not, because I don't have any switches left. Do we have any water in the discard pile? I don't think I do. I got nothing. I got nothing! I got Ultra Ball triple Sada, so I can draw. My Bibarels are useless, dude. My hand is massive. I'm just gonna have to dump and hope I didn't prize my last switch and that it's in there somewhere. Oh, they didn't even have the energy to attack. How pathetic. How pathetic, dude. Give me that Relicanth. Give me that Relicanth, boy. Give me that leg, boy. Bye-bye. Okay, so, I mean, I guess they can... They're probably Night Stretcher it back or something, but... I don't think they can. So now, the only thing they can do is Big Wave. And I mean, like, yeah, they can KO up, and then we just immediately respond with a KO with our second Walking Wake. This ensures they can't go for any shenanigans, because they don't have a Totodile out. Excuse me. There's the Lana's Aid. What does that thing do? Discard to your hand, right? 3 Pokemon with no rule box. So there's the Relicanth. So they actually are going to be able to go for that play. Let me guess. They're going to boss and then trap me in my Fezandipiti in the active. That'd be crazy. That'd be a crazy play. I don't think anyone's ever thought of that before, but that would probably be game winning. There's Torrential Heart. I don't think they have any more Gust. I think they're probably out of Counter Catchers and Boss. Now they've only used one of each. But it does look like they are going to finally heed my advice and go for the Mega... Just, like, start moving damage with Monkey Dory. They probably could have won by now if they'd just been doing that all game. I don't know why they weren't. Like, well, they probably wouldn't have won. But they would have had, like, a lot more damage on... Actually, you know what? Maybe. I don't know. 50 damage, what? They had him up for, like, 3 turns? That'd be 150. They could have KO'd a Bibarel. Could have KO'd my Fez. I don't know why they didn't. Honestly, you know what? We could have just powered up Fez instead of trying to go for the retreat. I am so sorry to say that your calculations were very incorrect. Toxic Powder. Catharsis Roar for 260. Bye-bye, chump. And there's a Brute... What? Dude, where was our Sneasler? Am I going crazy? Am I not playing Sneasler? Did I take him out by accident at some point? I might have. Probably did. No, I did take him out at some point. I want him back, so let me find something to ditch, because he would have... Actually, I mean, not that game, but for games in the future, he'd be useful. What do I not care about? Honestly, I'm edging towards Ursaluna. No, he's just such a good universal card to have. Maybe a Vitality. We don't use it. Yeah, I'm thinking Vitality. Because that was... I added 4 when I was like, I don't need double turbo. But now that I'm using double turbo, I don't think we need a Vitality. So I'll throw in Sneasler. Cool. Final iteration of this deck. This is going to be the deck list I post. I know I went through like 6 different decks, but this is going to be the one that I post in the description. I feel like this is probably the best iteration of it. You can use any iteration you want. You can take it and completely change it if you want. Maybe you could throw another double turbo in there. Probably cut a second Sada, to be honest. I don't think I ever really used it. Actually, you know what? Probably just cut an energy. A water. Here's the final deck list. That was fun. I enjoyed building my own deck. Something I want to do more, actually. In fact, I already have a series in mind that I really want to do. The big issue is I don't have any of these, and I know like you can buy codes online. That's how I've gotten a lot of my decks, but yeah, I don't want to spend like $20 every time I want a new deck, right? I feel like there should be more ways to get these, because I feel like you never really get enough for a deck, right? Like it kind of expects you to like just do slight variations of your current deck. I feel like there should be more ways to get those in bulk. Because as it stands, you're kind of just forced into paying money through third-party websites for codes if you want to actually have a collection of decks, which I think most people do. No one wants to just play the same deck over and over and over again unless you're like competitive about it, right? You want to experiment. Thank you for watching, though. Bit of a longer one, but it was a fun one. See you soon.